Ladies and gentlemen, welcome out to the South Point Hotel and Casino. I am DruStew. This is EQN Sports, all driven by Holiday Auto Group, and our coverage of the 19th rendition of the Ariat World Series of Team Roping Finale. We're talking about the biggest Western event in the world where we are going to pay out a pile of money. Hey, before we get into it, I want to talk to all of the ropers out there. We appreciate what everybody did and what everybody has gone through with EHV1. We appreciate those of you that stayed home, those of you that made the decision not to come to Vegas this year. Hey, the great news is we'll be back next year, and we can't wait to see you then. For you ropers that did end up making the trip to Vegas or are coming in here in the next few days, we're going to have a great time. Everything is as safe and as clean as it has ever been here at the South Point Hotel and Casino, and our hats off to the staff here for doing everything possible to make sure that this is going to be a great event for all of you team ropers. All right, with that being said, let's dive right into it, folks. We are going right into the first rope that we kicked off here. It was our Laredo conversion 16.5. We are taking a look at the guys right here. You might have heard of them. Billy Bob Brown on the front side, Whit Peterson on the back end, Texas and Arizona teaming up right here. They got their first one down in a hurry in a 650. Then they're going to come back and do a 655 here in the pre-furt. Then they come back in round number 3. All right, these guys are good on 2. They're going to run through this one. Bighorns, heels and fast, are going to be 694. They're going to come into the short round with a 1999, and they are 9th high team back right here, and they are going to blitz one. That 9th high back position with a time right here in the short round of a 5:17 is going to secure them the number 1 spot for $28,800 with a 25 and 16. We'll take a look at it right here. Billy Bob Brown, Whit Peterson. They crack the nut on the first roping of the entire week here in the 16.5, brought to you by our friends at Laredo. Second place goes to Bridger Ketchum and Jake Edwards. Jason Stewart, Cade Passek getting them third in the roping. Tyler Trine and Colby Coracle were fourth. And then Roan Oldfield and Creed West getting them a piece there all the way down 4,100. Once again, $106,200 payout in the 16.5. So that was our first add-on roping. Everybody, there's add-on ropings, and then there's finale ropings. The finales, they're the big daddies. The finales are the ones that pay all the money. The finales are the ones where you get all the prizes. And our first one is the pre-furt 15.5. And who is it? Who is it? It's the kids. It's Denton Parrish on the top side. It's Colby Coracle on the back side. They're going to be 676 or 675 here in round number 1, and they lay this one down. Here we come back in round number 2. All right, boys, they're dialed in right here. What are we going to do on this one? It's going to be another fast run. Backside, pretty work. That entry into the corner reminds me of a guy that's heeling down there at the Thomas and Mack. We're talking about Jade Coracle, his dad right here. Watch this third one. Gets it on and backside, looking good. Gangster working like a gangster works. And we come into the short round. They're the high team back right here. Come on, boys. What are you going to do? They said, we're going to come back and be 7-21. Down there a ways. A steer not real easy to heel. And watch this. Watch this. We're going to do a little fist bump. I seen my dad throw my hat one time, so I'm going to go ahead and throw my hat. Old gangster said, I don't know if I like that too much. Let's watch it one more time. These are the first finale champions here in the 19th version of the finale. Watch him. Slow-mo. Heels him down right here. Boys, it was good team roping by the guys from Texas right here. Boy, I'm a fan of those boys right there. Did a whole lot of roping with Denton Parrish's dad, JP, and congratulations to him and Tammy on their young son that's roping so good. We got an 18-year-old header. We got a 14-year-old healer, and they're going home with $57,000. The total payout here in the 15.5 brought to you by Prefert was $342,800. We'll take a look down the line here. Braden Grass Ice and Brock Grass Ice, 27 and 89, $44,000 to them. Clay and Luke, they're going to get second. And then Justin Zermano and Jorge Pena. You're going to say Jorge's name here on about every one of these boards. That guy's been healing outstanding, $23,000 for them. Then $20,000 for Tettenhorst and Cox, Ketchum and West, $17,000. Walker Smith, Justin Davis, 36-24 for $14,000. The world champ Eric Rogers with Kyson Wynn, 36-30. They're going to go home with $13,000. But we had a chance to talk to the young guns at the Prefert Sports Desk. Here they are.
I don't know. We get to make good runs all the time, but it's pretty intense most of the time. So I mean, it kind of you get better. I think you do. I don't know, but no, it's awesome. He don't live too far from me. He can't drive, so half the time I go pick him up and we practice.
Yeah, you mentioned in the interview in the arena that you knew if you turned that steer, he was going to catch him by 2 feet. Do you have that same kind of confidence in Denton?
Yeah, I do. He heads really good, and we didn't rope in Arizona. We didn't rope one time in
No, we
Arizona.
didn't get to. No, we were at one time I missed, so we got that out of the way.
Yeah, we entered one time, and he missed the second one, so I knew he wasn't going to do it again. But no, he heads really good, and he's one of the up-and-coming kids, I guess. He's finally getting old enough to go, and he heads really good.
Well, everybody, it's all about those $1 million payouts, and we're almost there. The Zestera 14.5 dang near got to $1 million. We teetered over $900,000 in the Zestera 14.5. Let's take a look at who did what, where, and how fast they were. We're talking about the 14.5 right here, brought to you by Zestera, 242 teams. It was Rayson Hillman and Coulter Butters. Idaho and Utah teamed up. The Gray Head Horse doing outstanding, doing some work here in the Preferred. Then we go to round number 2. They were 7-11 on that first one. They're going to come back. They're going to blitz this one. You Bet kicks up, still gets him. They're going to be a 6.56 on that one. Then we go to round number 3. The boys are good on 2. What are we going to do here? We're going to go straight down the pin. We're going to catch one in about 7.5 seconds right here. We're going to come into the short round with a 21-20. Their third high team back. They run one down. They stick it on them. What are we going to do here? How about a 7-48? For a 28-68, they are the number 1 team when the dust settles, the 14.5. Watch it again in super slow-mo. Oh, Gray gets it on him right here, backside. You bet, Mr. Butters. That's what we do. We don't ride dinks around here, son. We ride the good ones. Let's take a look here at the champions and how it all shook out. Look at this payout right here. Look at this payout, $902,400, and at the top, it was Hillman and Butters with a 28.68 for $147,000. Tristan and Daniel, they were the high team back. Look at this, 28.68 to a 28.83, 0.2 of a second right there. Well, that's okay. They go home with $114,000. Mitchell and Ty Arnold roping outstanding, $80,000. And we got Brandon Bed, Coulter, Lee Todd. Man, watching that kid rope, $60,000. Then Ration Chance, my buddy Chance on the backside, got him for $63,000. Jason Childers, Tyler Pearson, a world champion bulldogger, laying him down. $43,000 for then Bodie Matson, Cern Weishauer, the Dakotas in the house with a 30-19, $37,000. Sloan McFarland and Garrett Jepson. Hello, Garrett. Hello, Las Vegas. $33,000 of them, but Amy Wilson had a chance to sit down with Hillman and Butters and talk about this big win at the Preferred Sports Desk. Oh, man, and what a good time it was with these boys.
It's unbelievable to come here to Vegas and rope for this kind of money. You can't do that nowhere else, and I'm blessed to be able to do what we do and be able to come here and have good friends like Coulter, and I just want to thank all my family for making this possible.
Yeah, what's your reaction now? You were a little bit emotional in the arena during your winner's interview, which I think is great. It just shows what it means to you, but what do you think now?
I've dreamed of doing this for a while, and I always look forward to coming here. And I've always came here as a little kid. My dad's always come and roped at it. And it's just been a true blessing and amazing to get to win this roping.
Well, it was sure pretty dang cool for those guys to be able to sit up there with Amy Wilson and the 3-time NFR healer, my old buddy Matt Zancanella of Zestera, sitting right there. He looked awful excited during that interview, didn't you, Matt? I don't know about that, but I tell you who was excited. Get this. So you just watched that kid healing in the last one. We're talking about Coulter Butters. Well, we weren't done with the ropings. We still had another roping left. We had the Key Card Advantage roping brought to you by Bloomer of 13.5. And I want to tell you about this. You watched him heal a minute ago. Let's go ahead and cue up. Let's go ahead and watch the tape right here of this guy heading. We're talking about Coulter Butters of Lewiston, Utah, and Jaden Goody. Coulter said, you know what? I'm going to hang up my heel rope. I'm going to grab my head rope, and I'm going to go do it again. Out of 307 teams, these guys come back to do it again. Watch him racking and stacking. There's 748 on the first one, a 745 on this one. You talk about consistent roping right here. Now, the reason everything's out here in the Preferred and the Farnham is because they're setting up for the Riata Horse Sale on the inside. These guys get 3 down. They're going to be the high team back. They were a 638, coming in with a 21-31. They're the high team back, and look at this. Hard running red steer straight down the pin. They're going to be a 7-10 on this one. Puts them in there with a 28-41 on 4. Let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. Let's watch it in slow motion as we come out here, run right down the pen, stick it on the horns. On the backside, he says, I know what it's like to heel. I just won the last one, so I'm going to tee one up for you. His man on the backside, Jaden, said, I will do the deal. As we take a look at the money right here, 424,000 big ones paid out in our Bloomer 13.5 key card advantage roping, and Coulter Butters on top again. That's right. 2 slates in a row, he's on top. Keegan Perez and Scott Perez, how about these boys? Pretty proud of them. How about you? 68 grand for them. Then Colt and Jayton, they got a big piece of it for 48,000. 36,000. James Arviso, my old buddy, that kid roped so good with Hogan Kelly. Clay Acuna and J.C. Lucero got him a piece with a 29 and 20. Bridger Ketchum, Roan Ownfield right there. Then Dylan Johnson, Cern Weiser. Cern's in there again, 24,120. Beto and Jorge. I told you were going to see Jorge again, and you did. 20,100 bucks. Hey, I did a little quick tally in my Team Roper mind right here. Coulter Butters, as I look down, so you know I'm totally cheating and lying to you. Coulter Butters, 73,501 roping, 44,220 in another, for a total payday today. Back-to-back ropings, heading in one, heeling in the other, 117,720 bucks. Will the Ariat World Series of Team Roping change people's lives? Absolutely it will. $117,000. The only thing that kid has to worry about right now is it is about 2.5 weeks till the first of the year, and you've got to talk to your tax man right now. And we've got a whole bunch of people that are going to be in that same boat because we're in the high-numbered ropings. It only gets bigger from here, everybody. Bigger and better every single day here at the Ariat World Series of Team Roping Finale. What do we've got coming down the pipe? We're talking about one of the greatest horse sales you will ever see. We've got the Colonel himself that's going to be here selling these great horses at the Riata Showcase Special Edition of 60 of the, I'm talking premier horse stock in the business. We're going to be doing it Riata style. We're going to be selling those horses, and then we're going to go into the Riata Stallion Incentive Open roping, and that's how we're going to kick it all off. We've got a whole lot of roping going on. We've just got this behind us and a whole lot more in front of us as we inch closer to possibly, could we do it? Could it, with everything that's gone on, could we touch 20 million again this year? I don't know. It could be close. But you know what? It doesn't matter because they're going to be great ropings. We're going to have a lot of winners, and we're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff. Make sure you keep tuning in, everybody. We appreciate each and every one of you for watching, and all of you ropers that are making the trip to the Las Vegas, Nevada, Sin City, and here we go. We'll be back with another recap of all the ropings here at the South Point Hotel and Casino at the 19th anniversary of the Ariat World Series of Team Roping Finale. On behalf of EQN Sports, all driven by Holiday Auto Group, I am DruStew. We'll see you in a little bit.